Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at lesson 4 of Unit D. We're going to be finding the slope on a Cartesian plane.
This first question asks us to explain how to plot the points -2, 3 and 4, -1. We'll begin by knowing that in general, a point is a independent value, a dependent value, or an x, a y, and that the x value tells us how much to go left or right, or along our horizontal axis, where the y value tells us how much to go up or down, or along our dependent axis. So if we begin with the point -2, 3, we're going to start at the origin of 0, 0, and we're going to count to the left 2, which would be -2. And then from there, we'll go up 3, and then at this location, we'll plot a point. For the second point, we'll begin again at 0, 0 at the origin, and then we'll count over 4, and then down 1, and we'll plot the point in this location. Now that we've plotted the 2 points, we can draw a line through them, and then we can create a rate triangle so that we can figure out what our slope is, because that's what question 2 is asking us to do. So we can count our rise to be -4. We know that each grid square is worth 1, and since this line is going down from left to right, as opposed to a rise, we can consider it to be a fall, so it'll need to be a negative rise. Then for our run, we can count 6 squares, which means we have a slope of -4 over 6. This can be simplified to -2 over 3. We can see that this slope could also be counted along this line. If we begin at our point of -2, 3, and we count down 2 and over 3, we'll see that we do land on another point along our line. And if we count our slope another time and we go down 2 and over 3, we will land on one of our other points that we already plotted. This shows us that either version of this slope, -4 over 6 or -2 over 3, produces the same line. This goes to show that no matter which 2 points we choose along our line that are on exact grid corners, we will determine ultimately the same slope value. This question is asking us to write the ordered pairs of the points in this table. So our first ordered pair would be our x value of -2, our y value of 1. Our second point has an x value of 4 and a y value of 9. So we can plot these points. We'll begin by plotting at 0, 0, over to the left, -2, and then up 1. We can plot a point in this location, and then we can plot a second point, again, starting at 0, 0, and moving to the right 4, because it's positive, and then up 9. We can plot a point at this location. Then again, we can draw our rate triangle from one point to the other after we've drawn our line through our 2 points, and then we can count our rise and our run. On the Cartesian plane, every single square is worth 1. So we can count this out to be a rise of 8 and a run of 6. 8 over 6 can be simplified to 4 over 3. Question 5 asks us to show how we could find the slope between 2 points in a table without plotting them. If we recall, we can find the slope in a table by looking at the rise, or the change in the dependent column, and the run, which is the change in your independent column. So in this case, our rise would be 8, because from 1 to 9, there's an increase in 8. And our run would be 6, because from -2 up to 4, that's a change of +6. So we have a slope of 8 over 6, which can be simplified to 4 over 3. And that's how a slope can be determined from a table without needing to plot the points.
Good luck with your practice finding slope.